Pete Bombaci, National Director of Movember Canada, is in studio with us. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Really?
Well, as long as I'm not in the middle, so I feel like I'm okay.
Off.
I'm on the far end of the table.
Back off. He's mine.
This Movember campaign has exploded, and Movember, it's its own entity, right?
Yep.
You're not.
Yeah,
you don't
we
work under the auspices of Cancer Foundation, or
No, we're a fundraising organization, 21 countries around the world. Last year, $125 million going to various men's health causes, but prostate cancer being the main one.
Players have been really, really good at jumping on board. From the Canadian Hockey League, we saw the official sweaters during the Subway Super Series, National Hockey League. How much does the NHL lockout affect your exposure? Because George Peros and Mike Brown are doing this Movember challenge to each other. I mean, there's got to be some impact, even to you.
No question. It's been a bit of a loss to the campaign for sure. The conversations, you look at the boys on the morning shows, you look at the guys that are talking about it, you guys, when you have the content there to talk about the players, that gives people things to talk about. And when the guys are growing some of the badass stashes that we see out there, it even creates greater conversation. So we've missed that this year.
How much money do you make a year to
raise,
to give out to people?
Well, this year, we're about 26 million thus far.
In Canada, or
in
worldwide?
Canada alone.
Canada.
So last year, 125 around the world, 42 of that was in Canada. Canadians are truly a giving bunch. And I think the connection of a great cause and a lot of fun is exactly what hockey guys in a dressing room after a game, that's what we live for in this country.
Who started it? Whose idea was this?
A couple guys sitting around in a bar having beers in Australia.
You know what their focus was on?
From Australia.
You know what their original focus was on the mustaches?
I don't, Nick.
Pick up chicks.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
That's why I've never been able to grow one.
It originated in Australia.
Yeah.
Yes.
A few guys having a couple beers, talking about things that hadn't come back into style, mustaches being one of them. First year was not about it was not about raising money. It wasn't about awareness.
I told you what it was about.
At the end of the year, they said, geez, we can really do some good stuff with this. That's when they connected it to prostate cancer. And 10 years later, you see what
and
it's
they
done.
never knew it would lead to a Movember hockey stick.
Yeah, no, our friends from Sherwood have been awesome this year. They created this great one piece for Movember. They've got some mustaches on there.
Oh, cool. There's a mustache on the back of the blade.
I don't know if we
Yeah,
can.
different styles of
is this
mustache.
to be used in
that,
games? Guys are using these in games?
Well,
Like
they're
youth
available
hockey?
now at
buy?
Source for Sports.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
I think it's more for rec hockey than it is for the big boys, but I know that there's a few guys, Bobby Ryan, who's been a part of it, representing Sherwood.
Careful.
They've been great.
This is not going to turn out well for Doug. Doug, you're about to take a whack to the head. I've been speared by Nick before.
You've expanded it beyond prostate cancer.
Yeah, we've added male mental health to the campaign for this year. Again, Movember, certainly about men's health in general. Prostate cancer being a huge issue for men. We did a little bit of analysis of the Canadian marketplace, identified what's the next biggest need that's not being addressed, and mental health became the second cause that we'll fund out of this year's campaign.
And when you talk about awareness, obviously prostate cancer and making men aware and not shying away from that, facing up to it. Mental health has got to be a big hurdle for men as well.
No question. Both are covered with stigma, getting men to talk about it. And that's the great thing about mustaches. That's why we're here today talking about mustaches. That's why guys, whether they're sitting in the dressing room, across a boardroom table, at home, in the U.S. over Thanksgiving dinner, whatever the case may be, those are the conversations that are getting people to think about their health, take action, and hopefully getting people to be a little more proactive about their health.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't know this, but Doug McLean's depressed.
Because of sitting with you every day.
You guys joke about it, though.
No, that's a serious thing.
But,
Let's not kid ourselves.
The guy out there who, he may not even realize he's depressed.
Exactly.
He may not know that
It could be
he's got a mental health.
chemical
Exactly.
imbalance. It could be a lot of things.
And that is part of the education. They say 1 in 5 men will deal with a mental health issue each year. So, and the other 4 will know the person that's dealing with it. So we will all be affected one way or another. So if we can get more people growing mustaches, more people talking about it, we'll all benefit, whether it's prostate cancer or male mental health.
You realize none of us have mustaches.
Yeah,
Are you disappointed? Are you
we
disappointed
may
in
have
that?
to fix that next year.
We've
Well, I
let
figured
them
you guys
down.
were on strike too, so maybe next year we can get you on board. And
We did.
Look at our,
rock
look
it
at our
here.
producer, what he's got going.
There's some great set of handlebars around
We
here.
did dress up as Kiss for Halloween.
Well, so you are engaged, that's for sure.
So we're making strides.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with Movember?
No,
Kiss.
we're not afraid to buy in.
No,
We
no.
just
What
have
it
to
means
sign right
is
up.
that we can draw some really good mustaches next year.
Yeah.
We got to get Kareen from
We should've-
our
we should've-
makeup department.
We should have put them on today just for this. I like the scarf and the stash look combo. It's a nice combo.
Thank you.
know?
Thank you very much, Doug.
How do people get involved?
We
Still
can
a chance to raise money, right?
Lots of chance. Still to register at Movember.com. If you're growing a mustache and you're not registered yet, go over, get registered.
27. So I can grow a mustache for 4 days?
Hey, if that's what you want to do to support the cause, that would be awesome.
You know
Darren.
what, too? You
should.
can go visit my buddy Dave at Don Mills at Just Hockey Source for Sports, and that's where you can pick up one of these sticks.
Yeah, percentage of the sales go back to Movember for every stick sold of the Sherwood Movember stick. Pick your stick, go out and play the game, and have some fun. Support a mustache
How
when
many-
you see them out there.
How many of these were dropped off at the Kiprio's house prior to this interview? Just a
I-
question. I'm
no,
just
no, no.
wondering.
You know what? I need one for Ed Hall, who's one of the producers. He's going to give it as a prize for the best mustache or the best guy to raise money.
Tell
One of
Ed to
them.
buy one and let the money go to Movember instead of getting it for nothing. That's
Ed's cheap.
Pete, do you play? Do you play hockey?
I do. I play tonight, actually. Looking forward to
What
it.
league?
It's actually a rec up at UCC.
What are you doing over
I don't
there?
know. I almost broke the whole
I'm
table.
terrible, but I love the game.
What position do you play?
He is too.
Defense for the most part.
Defense, and what's your team name?
Actually, it's just as I say, it's kind of a
Oh, just
rec.
pick up? Like
Yeah,
divide
pick up rec.
sides?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to encourage
Well, I'll tell you
him to
what,
do.
it's an amazing cause, and it's terrific for men are lucky to have this great organization.
And you have
Congratulations!
done
Congratulations!
you've done the impossible. You've calmed these guys down. You brought
Do you
them
have a
together.
degree in psychology?
Do you want me to stick around, Darren?
No,
or
but I
should
want you to go to New York for mediation talks between the NHL and the NHLPA.
Hey, if everybody in the room in New York had mustaches, this would be solved by now. I guarantee it. If they were all rocking
Gary
a Movember
should
stash,
grow
we'd
one.
be good.
So website again?
Movember.com, support a mustache, talk about your health over the last few days of the campaign, and thank you very much for your support,
And that
guys.
Just Hockey and Don Mills may be the best hockey store.
It's
Oh,
like
no
a
question.
dressing room.
Spectacular store.
Have you been there?
I've been there many
It
times.
is
They've got a
Spectacular
pro
store.
shop. It is unbelievable.
And
Unbelievable.
it's a great place to buy GP8 Sport water.
Yeah.